Disclaimer. This is a thought experiment based on publicly available patterns, behaviors, and speculative analysis. Nothing herein is an accusation or assertion of fact. Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Definitely, he is the architect of a bold, sovereign and strong India. Defiant, independent, globally respected. But what happens when you become too independent in a world driven by hidden alignments? This is the theory. This is a thought experiment. Could Prime Minister Modi be in danger? And if so, from whom? Modi has followed the global playbook. He has rejected global tech dominance in favor of Indian digital platforms, pushed back against Western NGOs and media interference, demanded data localization, upsetting big tech, opposed S pressures that threaten domestic industries, declined to endorse certain global pharmaceutical narratives, where many bend to financialize systems. Modi stands firm. To some, this is strength. To others, it's provocation. History tells a haunting story. Mohammed Mossadegh, Iran, nationalized oil. Overthrown by CAA and AA6. Patrice Lumumba Congo wanted freedom from colonial capital. Assassinated. Salvador Allens J. Lee rejected foreign corporate control. Died during coup. Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso rejected AA and FDA. Eliminated. Muammar Gaddafi Libya pushed for a gold-backed Pan-African currency. Even JFK, who warned of secret societies, met a mysterious end. None of them surrendered. All of them were neutralized, not by enemies of their nation, but by enemies of their sovereignty. This pattern is real, and though Modi is not them, he walks a similar path. What if we told you Modi is building a system outside their control? India's own payment network AFK, a national stack ad immune to global tracking, investment in Indian AA and quantum TD, refusal to fold under Western economic or pharmaceutical pressure, buying oil from sanctioned nations when it's right for India. To the public, these are reforms. To hidden interests, these are disruptions. And global systems don't welcome disruptions. If a leader was seen as a threat to global power structures, direct attacks would be necessary. The system has subtler tools. Media warfare, narratives seeded to discredit, build pressure, internal unrest sparked externally, economic sabotage, index downgrades, funding cuts, ESG weaponization, diplomatic isolation, think, visa bans, human rights accusations, aid throttling, bans, complaints fines, regulatory overreach. Have you noticed coordinated criticism just before elections? In India, people suddenly calling democratic leaders dictators just before elections, while unstable businessmen saying will donate billion to change government in India, buying votes, giving freebies, regime changes in neighboring countries, over islands not succumbing to you and to destabilize India. It pieces targeting India's democracy, freedom, and minorities. Social unrest amplified from abroad. These may not be coincidences. They are signals. This video does not claim Modi is in danger, but it asks a question. What happens when someone refuses to kneel? To the average citizen, Modi is a leader. To entrenched interests, he might be a problem. Isn't it strange that a sovereign India leading in defense and diplomacy is constantly painted as unstable? In many of the index, World Happiness Index, Employment Index, Minorities Index, Poverty Index, Hunger Index, position of one of world's most powerful countries deemed as unstable. Why do those pushing for freedom seem threatened by an India that thinks freely? History shows sovereign leaders often walk alone, and sometimes for some of them not for long. This was not a prophecy. This was a pattern. If what we've seen throughout history repeats, then the man who leads India may be standing in front of a storm. Because to challenge the deep state is to challenge an invisible empire. This was a thought experiment. Think freely. Question always. And thank you for watching. It's over for now, but don't worry, I will be back.